through Facebook. There you
Now
go.
it's recording now. Okay.
It's official.
All right. Let me admit some. Hi, Tam. Tammy's got a little bit of a headache, so we have to talk quietly.
We'll talk quietly.
It's all good.
All right. We're live on Instagram, on Facebook. Hold on. I'm letting people in. Good morning.
So is that a home office behind you, Tammy, or is that the new office?
Oh, I'm at home this morning.
The new office space looks great.
Thank you.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work.
But well worth it. We're so excited to be seeing you.
I'm excited to be here. Oh, I can't wait.
Next week's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I have
So how
far to go.
How far is the commute from your house to the hotel? Or are you staying at the hotel, so it doesn't matter?
About 35, 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Just depending on traffic.
So kind of like going down to going up to West Palm or going down to maybe like North Miami.
Yeah, not too bad.
We were just discussing flights.
Yeah, this time next week we'll be on a plane.
Good morning, everyone. We're just letting a few people in here. Hey, Eric, is there a way for me to make us both hosts?
That I don't know, but you should be able to give me like controls so I can help with admitting people in.
You're just a host now.
All right, I'm a host now. There we go.
You're the hostess with the mostest.
Let's do it.
That's my second mastermind of the day. I'm on Clubhouse. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 a.m. We do a coffee and conversation. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I jump on at 7 a.m. for generational real estate. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays at 8, Glenda Baker and Ginger Walker have a room on Clubhouse as well. So I'm going to be chatting about social audio and podcasting out at our conference, which is next week. And then also Raton being a solo agent. Tammy, you're speaking out there, right?
Yes.
What are you chatting about? This?
No one's really given us any talking points. So
no, I think I have to email somebody today about one of the topics.
Yeah.
Give them my talking points for social audio.
Yeah.
So anyways, hi everyone. Welcome to the Monday Morning Mastermind. If you are new to the group, we chat about different topics every week that are going to help you, since it's football season, get that ball into the end zone. We're not even going to discuss the Miami Dolphins at all. Nothing. Not a thing. And so we want this to be a great conversation. We open it up to have, a round robin. Today, though, we have a guest with Tami Price, who is an amazing elite agent at Real Broker, who also happens to be a rock star with Google My Business. And if you don't have it, or you have one and you're not sure what to do with it, she's pretty comprehensive with this. And I've learned so much from her. And so welcome, Tami, to our Monday Morning Mastermind.
Glad to be here.
All the way from San Antonio, which is where Eric and I will be next week.
Yay.
It'll be a fun couple days.
It's going to be a great couple days. So Tami, I think Eric, can you give her control of the screen so she can share?
I don't see how to do that.
Yeah.
Amy's up in Palm Beach Gardens. Hi. The crew. Is that your new office?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that.
Getting there. Yeah.
Oh my God, it looks fabulous. I can hardly
Thank
wait to
you.
come. Love it.
A little disclaimer, I have been up since about 2:15 my time. I've had a migraine since about 8 p.m. last night. So
We appreciate you
we're
showing
going to do
up.
this.
Hey,
Realtor.
Michele, you should take over hosting because I don't see how to share the screen allow
right, let
Tami to share the
me-
screen.
Let me reclaim, and I'm not sure either.
I can, it's allowing me to screen share.
Oh,
Okay, perfect.
All right.
There we go.
Okay.
So we're just going to dive right into this. This is being streamed into our Facebook group. If you have not joined that yet, come join us. And where there's more goodness happening.
So
off
are
we
you
go.
able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so instead of doing this conversationally, I wanted to do the actual presentation that I do within our Real Academy and here locally in San Antonio, because there's so much that goes into having a solid Google business profile listing that if I just talked about it conversationally, you'd miss so many tips. And so we'll just go ahead and get started here. Just a little bit about myself.
Elijah, can you text me the
A little bit about myself. I am I'm an agent here in San Antonio, Texas. I've been here for a little over 20 years, 15 years licensed in real estate. I'm an Air Force veteran and a two-time elite agent with Real. With Google business profile listings, commonly referred to as Google My Business, because that's what it was called for so many years. About a year ago, I went to a Tom Ferry summit training, and it was like the light bulb went on. I came back from that training and decided to dive very, very deep. And out of what I learned, I thought, why not share this knowledge with others so that they can build their visibility via Google in their areas. So today we're going to go over a lot of information in this hour that we have together. We're going to talk about why having a Google business profile listing is important, why location authority matters, what is location authority, talk about why it's important to take a test on how you're showing up on Google, how to maximize that location authority, build your profile, drive reviews, add content, photos, posts, products, and so much more. So to understand why it's important, first we need to know what a Google business profile is. It is a free 100% free tool that allows you to manage how your business appears on Google searches and Google Maps. I liken having this account to having a social media profile that you can love on a daily basis and build your visibility. So with Google business profile listings, there are so many businesses, so many benefits. But the long and the short of it is that you increase visibility within your target market area. Google's search engine has designed ways to manage how your business appears on searches and maps, which is where almost 71% of desktop users are searching. When your information is complete, your listing affords you the opportunity to present your brand before consumers in your local community and beyond. I've had people reach out to me from Tennessee, California, and there are other agents who are searching in the local market area or buyers trying to find realtors, and having that profile listing up there and loving on it really helps increase my visibility when anybody is searching. So the key point in all of this is making sure that you have complete and accurate information so your potential customers, buyers, sellers, other agents can easily find your business and learn more about you and your services. Question? Nope. Okay. So why do you need a profile listing? Long and the short of it is, again, Having that profile listing out there is going to give consumers information about your business, such as your name, your address if you have a brick and mortar, or the service areas that you service. You can categorize your business, give hours of operation. They can see your images, your videos, your reviews, your star ratings, your response to reviews, and so much more. With Google being one of the largest search engines out there, you have the ability to increase your SEO. With Google, they have 5 main pillars for search engine optimization. 1, recency. How recent have you posted or added photos, responded to reviews on your profile listing? Relevancy. Is the content that you're creating relevant to the industry that you're in and the business that you run? Availability. What are your hours of operation? Are your hours open when someone is conducting a localized search? Prominence. Do others link to your website as a source for knowledge and expertise? Distance. How far you are in relation to the person searching. Do you service that area that the person is searching in? Have you done anything to build location authority somewhere other than your direct address or the service area that you are servicing? And I'm going to show you some tools here in a little bit to help you do that. Being in real estate, we all know how important location is, right? Location, location, location. So when we're looking at location, you might not have realized the importance of knowing your own location. And by that, I mean location authority in a Google search. So picture this, someone searches in, what do we have? We have Palm Beach, Cocoa Beach. Let's say someone's conducting a search in Cocoa Beach and they type best real estate agent near me, best realtor near me. Do you come up in those searches? If you don't, it's likely that you lack in location authority. And given that location authority is the new SEO for Google, we want to make sure that you are taking the necessary steps to increase your location authority in your targeted market area. So what is this location authority that I keep talking about, right? It is the power and the ability of your location and how it ranks in those Google searches and on maps. And the more your location, the more location authority you have, the higher you will rank in an increasing radius from your main location or your service area. So when we're looking at, let's say you have a physical address on your profile listing, if you are like really grasping the concepts of geotagging photos and keywording photos, doing posts that are relevant not only to your physical address, but to communities, subdivisions that you service, or those little micro suburbs. If you do that, then you're now increasing your radius and your reach. Okay. So when we're looking at location authority, we want to understand why it matters. Long and the short of it is that when people are conducting those localized searches, they're typing in best realtor near me, whatever. The stronger your location authority is, the more Google is going to bring you into those searches as people start to look for a realtor or real estate agent. And depending on what you're geotagging in photos, you might come up in other topics, loans, mortgages, builders, etc. So some of the things that factor into that location authority are the various components and information that are on your profile, such as your address, phone numbers, photos that are geotagged to your location or other locations geotagging photos to your listings. Those listing addresses are going to matter hugely, increasing your reach. Reviews, your questions and answers section. So even if you have a profile listing, if you set it up a long time ago, you know, when's the last time you touched it? When's the last time you uploaded photos, responded to reviews? Because that all is going to matter. With each update that Google does to its algorithms, and boy, did they make a doozy recently. The photo views have gone down, but the more you post, the more you're going to increase your reach. I've been seeing in a lot of forums where folks' searches and how they appear in views has gone down. But if you keep feeding it daily like I do, you'll be able to beat that algorithm. So how do you know how strong your location authority is currently? I always recommend that you take a test. When you're searching, you know, try to do it incognito, because if I search and I type in Tami Price Realtor, I'm going to show up in various different ways, right? So here's how I appear when I search for myself. I didn't do it incognito, so it's going to show me basically my search history. But doing it incognito allows you to see how you appear in, you know, what comes up when someone types your name. I've worked with a number of agents who even their profile listings weren't showing up. And a lot of it had to do with how they titled the name of their page. So if you're so Boca on other sites, and you know, on social media or somewhere else, and you put your profile listing name as So Boca, typing in Michele Bellisari may not bring up So Boca on Google. So think of that when you're naming your profile, because I know I worked with someone out of the Dallas area, and it was Follow My Heels. So no matter what combination I typed in of her actual name would bring her profile listing up until we tweaked it a little bit, okay? So if your business doesn't show up, then it's likely that you're suffering in poor location authority. And there's 3 other things that Google looks at to measure location authority. 1, radius, the proximity from the searcher's address. 2, the quantity, quality, and frequency of reviews. Also, your responses to reviews. Are you responding to them as they come in? Responsiveness. When someone taps the number to call you, you want to make sure that you have a good rate of response. So if you're putting a number on your profile listing, you want to make sure that it's a number that you're going to answer, or someone that's just dedicated to answering the phone for you is going to answer. So many missed calls, and then Google's like, okay, are they still open? What are they doing, right? When we're looking at establishing a profile listing, there are so many steps that we're going to take. So the first step is, 1, you want to log into your Google account, and then you want to type in the address to create an account. Once you're in there, you can start building your profile. And, you know, if you are someone who has set it up a long time ago, this is a good time to go back and make sure your information is still relevant. I've had 3 different office addresses since May. 3. So making sure that I've updated that address. If my if I'm using a Calendly link, make sure that's in there. But the first step is, 1, you're going to name your business. When you're naming your business, you want to make sure that the name of your business is consistent across how you appear on the web, right? I'm at Tami sells San Antonio on Instagram, but Tami Price Properties Group most everywhere else. So when you're naming it, just make sure that you include some bits of information that help you build on location authority. So with my business name, I included San Antonio, Texas as part of my business name, just because I want to keep that repetition and build my location authority in the greater San Antonio area. When you go to categorize your business, you want to categorize it in such a way that real estate agency comes up first. You'll want to then select those other categories like real estate consultant, real estate agent, but having agency in there first and foremost is going to be a crucial step. And that's a tip that I picked up from Jason Pantana with Tom Ferry's organization. He's like wicked smart when it comes to all things marketing. Next, you want to look at setting up your location. If you have a physical office, that's going to help you even more with building location authority, or you may set up as a service area, right? So if you have a physical office address, you're going to want to enter that character for character and then drag and drop the location pin to the actual entrance of the building, because sometimes when Google pulls it up, it'll be on top of the building, it'll be on the back side of the building, on the side of the building. And I missed this step when I set up mine. And so people kept trying to come in through a private side door where there was a private entrance. They're like, oh, we're here, but we can't get in. I would have to tell them to walk around the building. The beauty of this is if you're at a physical location, people will pull you up on the map and they'll just show up. I had buyers walk into the office, no appointment. It's like 5 o'clock in the evening as I was packing up to go out. And we did an impromptu buyer's consultation right then and there. And about a month and a half later, we closed on a $300,000 home. So making sure that you have that information in there, again, character for character, dragging and dropping that pin is going to be important. If you are not in a brick and mortar office, you want to set up solely as service areas. People with brick and mortars can still insert service areas in there. And so you want to list as many as you can. You can list up to about 20. They can be cities. It can be zip codes, counties for people who are in more rural areas. Next is where you're going to enter your phone number. Again, I recommend putting in a phone number that either you are going to answer with frequency or maybe an admin that will answer with frequency. I know that Google has like a phone service available as well. I want people calling me. Next, we're going to enter your website. Having your website connected to your profile listing is going to pay off in spades. Google pulls certain information from your website as well. But the beauty of it is having that website there, people will go visit your website with some frequency. I have Chime CRM, which always lets me know where the searcher came from and to get to my website. And I can tell you that probably 98% of my website traffic is directly from Google. Once you've walked through those steps, you're going to want to input an address where Google can send you a postcard. Sometimes people are able to instant verify, but it doesn't happen all the time. The postcard is one that people seem to have with more frequency to verify their profile listing. Make sure if you're in an office setting where there are cluster boxes, that your information is inside that box, because with me, I'm in an office where we have cluster boxes, and box 24 is for me, but for a little bit of time, there was nothing in there that said, hey, this is Tami Price Properties Group. So I had to request 3 separate postcards when I made my latest move. Once you've been verified, you're going to be able to do so much with your profile listing. Again, Google pulls information from your website. So like your social icons, when you're building on your website, if you have those social icons that link to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, you can even link to Google from your website. Those social icons are going to show up at the bottom of the knowledge panel when someone finds your profile listing on Google. If you have a calendar, if you have an online calendar like Calendly, you'll want to enter that into your profile, and also enter a grand opening date. I've been in real estate for over 15 years. My grand opening date is when I got licensed, right? It doesn't matter that I've been at a couple of brokerages. It matters the longevity in my career. So put your grand opening date on there. Also compose a short description. There's not a lot of characters, so it's not as simple as just copying, pasting from maybe your Zillow or Realtor.com bio. So you'll want to play around with that and get it shortened up so that you have a nice description on Google. Do you have any questions so far?
I have a quick question. Can you really add Calendly as an appointment to the appointment calendar? Yep. I thought it was only some kind of a Google product that you could add to that appointment calendar.
So you see right here.
And you did that in the settings for the
Yes.
appointment area?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I gotta go give that a second look. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, and if I click on it. Yep.
Tami, I have a quick question about the verification. So the previous place that I was at never delivered the postcard to me.
Yeah.
So now since I've had my profile up for quite some time, how can I actually go back in and get that verification in the new location?
So you'll want to reach out to support down at the bottom here. You see that?
Yep.
Reach out to support, and you can request a new postcard.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. I go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I had a question about updating photos or videos to the profile. When they had the Google My Business app on my phone, it was really easy. And now that they've gotten rid of that and steered us more towards Google Maps, it's challenging. I'm guessing by your screenshot here that you do a lot of it from desktop.
I do a lot from desktop.
I need to get in that habit then.
And I do a lot from desktop because I geotag the crap out of photos. But you can do it from Google Maps as well, and I'll walk through that towards the end.
All right, and really quick, Zoom user has a question. They got their name hand up. I'm going to unmute you, so let's hear what you got. Asked to unmute. Sorry. So there you go.
Can you hear me? Sorry. Yeah, I got a new phone and this wasn't letting me come on. This is Michele Curtin, but it wasn't letting me come on with like a real identity. So I apologize.
That's okay.
But-
Just
No
don't
worries.
flash us or anything, you know?
So my question is, and I apologize if maybe I'm asking something that you haven't gotten to yet, but when it comes to reviews, I had probably 20 regular Google reviews, and then I got Google verified. And to get Google verified, you needed at least one review that came in through that channel. So the most recent customer I was working with at that time, I had her give me a review there. But so now on my verified profile, I have one review,
So let's
and it
do
makes no
this.
reference to my other ones.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do this. Let's table that because I had that problem too, Michelle.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm starting to see them. So let's table that until the end of the presentation, and then we can talk about that. Is that good, Tammy?
Sure.
All right, thank you.
All right. So now that we've talked about how to build a profile, let's get a better understanding of the features of the profile. What I was showing you on the front when someone searches, that's called your knowledge panel. We're going to talk about reviews, photos, videos, posts, service areas, questions, answers, products, and Eric, how you manage on Google Maps. All right, the knowledge panel, again, is what shows up to the searcher, and I obviously X'd out of that by accident. So let me go here. So this is your knowledge panel, okay? It's going to show the searcher basic information about your business, how many reviews you have, your hours of operation, if you offer online or on-site appointments, there's the Calendly link, any products that you have at the current time, questions and answers. Your reviews will show up at the bottom, your latest posts, and then down here, those social profiles, if they are on your website. They can also request directions directly from your profile listing. So anytime anybody wants my address for my office, I stop typing it out. I now go to Google Maps, give you a pro tip here. I find the share icon and I share it with them from my profile listing. That way, when they open it up, they're getting directions, and it increases the number of times people searched or requested directions. So stop typing out your address, share a link. So when you're looking at maximizing your profile, we're going to look at all these things that I mentioned just on the previous slide. I think this is duplicate. When we're looking at service areas, again, you can list service areas, cities, counties, states. I'm not talking about countries because I don't service more than one country, but you want to be able to target as many areas as you can, up to 20. When you're setting up those service areas, I think of it as casting the widest possible net. For people who are in rural areas, set up counties first, then start covering towns, townships, cities, even subdivisions. Here we have a lot of subdivisions, and some people, because we're so large, will only want to do certain areas of San Antonio. When we're looking at attributes, you can list attributes on here, and what you'll look at is go to info. This part I like to go here for. So this is what it looks like on the internal portion of your profile listing. And you see here's where I have the real estate agency, agent, consultant, office address, my service areas, hours of operation. There's my website, phone number, but I want to get it to attributes that you can select from. I will tell you that Google does not like it when I try to identify as more than one race. I am Black and Hispanic, but if I try to put identifies as Latino owned, it will take it right back off. I don't know, but you can select from these attributes. You can indicate how accessible the office is if you're in an office, the amenities you have, if you're LGBTQ friendly, if it's a transgender safe space, planning. Is there an appointment required to come to the office? I have it as yes, because as a realtor, we all know that we don't stick inside the office all day long. Again, do you offer online appointments or on-site or both? Once you've selected your attributes, you would just click apply. When we're looking at photos, this is where I kind of geek out. It was one of the biggest eye openers for me. When you're looking at photos, this is from just the inside of the page of my profile, right? You can upload photos, short videos. Ones that are less than 30 seconds tend to have an easier time uploading, but you can upload to about a minute or just short of a minute. And the beauty of photos is they have 35% or more clicks to your profile than to your website. When you're sharing these photos, you want to also geotag them. And so if you look here, these are ones that I did this morning. I've been up since like 2:15. So I maximize my time on Google. So, you know, just since this morning, some of these have had 13, 10, 11 views. A way to build up the number of photos that you have on your profile listing. If you're anything like me and you have years worth of listing photography saved somewhere because you're afraid to let anything go, go back, grab those photos, use a tool like GeoLMgr and start geotagging your photos. I left these up here because this is what I did this morning. Because I have a physical address, all I need to do anymore is start typing my name and it'll bring up my office location, right? That latitude and longitude that you see here will get dropped down in here. I have all my geotags or my keywords saved in a Word document that I can copy and paste from with frequency. I will tell you that since I did this early, I never tagged my location when I uploaded all those photos because for some reason I missed that step. But just in case, in my title of my photo, it's tagged to a location. Okay, this tool costs me about $10 a month, and I can geotag an unlimited amount of photos. I tend to do somewhere, because that's just a little overachiever, I tend to do somewhere between 20 and up on photos a day. Now, what helped me when I first started geotagging photos was all those years worth of listing photography that I had saved. Instead of tagging them to my office address, I tagged them to the location of the listing itself. Remember, Google, the concept that we're looking at is location authority, right? The more you geotag photos to a location outside of your physical location or within your service areas, you are building location authority and casting that wider net. San Antonio is huge. So I can geotag to, you know, a listing over near SeaWorld, which is where I do the bulk of my business, is on the northwest side of San Antonio. And the likelihood of my frequency with geotagging to listings of me coming up and being put in searchers searches is higher than the average agent, because I have constantly for a year geotagged to various locations. I mean, I went back to like 2016 on listing photos to upload and geotag. So use a tool like GeoLMgr to either tag to your location or another location. Let's say you had coffee at Starbucks and you're going to upload a photo of your coffee or whatever it is you're doing, wherever it is you're out and about, geotag to that location so that you're always building location authority in various areas. Okay.
Tami, do you have an affiliate link for that you can share?
I don't think that they have an affiliate
Okay.
link for that.
So we'll
Would be
just
nice, wouldn't it?
Drop a link. Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
awesome. I think you just blew everybody's mind.
Well, and like I said, I go to these conferences and people talk at such a high level. And I was like, well, how do I do that? What's geotagging? Seriously, I was like, what's geotagging? I spent a good month diving deep into all things at the time, Google My Business, right? And so, I'm a share bear. So I wanted to make sure I shared with others because again, I'm not in competition with anybody. So the more information we have and we can share, the better we collaborate, the better everybody does, right? So on this slide, and I won't spend too much time on photo, video requirements, but just know that there are some resolutions that need to be followed when you're looking at videos. It's best to make sure they're less than 30 seconds, but like this morning, I uploaded one from Keeping Current Matters, and it took just a little bit to upload, but it's in there, and it's about 49 seconds long. So, I mean, you can do silly stuff I think it's silly, but it's informational, but it's there, right? One more thing to build on there. I do stuff I sometimes upload my reels after I crop out the Instagram, just to have a different flavor and a different reach. Again, there's the link for GeoLMgr. Let me go back. Forget I can't highlight when I'm on an actual slide. Duh. But again, it's about $10 a month. I see some hands raised.
So you post videos in the photos in area, not as a post. And you did that, you showed Keeping Current Matters, and you did that in the photos and not in a post, right?
You can do it in a post too. Why not double dip?
Okay. Interesting.
I'm the queen of double and triple dipping. Yeah. Zoom user, your hand's still up?
Michele, I have a quick question. Do you tend to get a lot of views on your posts, or is it more on your photos?
Photos is where it's at.
Okay.
You'll get views on posts, but photos is where it's at.
And that's where you think people are,
I know that yeah, because if you look, so this month I've had 5,459 views. Right? Photos is where it's at. And I'll show you real quick. So if we go to posts, so I'm going to start skipping around now. If I get ahead of slide, I'm all good. So this morning, I took a Keeping Current Matters social graphic post, and then I just always, I use their wording, right? But we're talking location authority. Drop in your city as often as you can, right? Because we're talking location authority and keywords. So these are a few of the posts. And you see there's not enough data yet, right? Not enough data. 2 views. And that, let's say that was from 2 days ago, right? So if we go back to photos, Come on. I started this morning with these. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Go scroll down a little bit more and you just see 3, 4, 3, 3, 4. Hold on. Let me go a couple. 11, 11, 11, 7, 12. So you see how the photos have more views than posts do. And I'll also tell you, okay, I'm giving away all my secrets here. Who wants a good secret? We all want a good secret?
Yes, ma'am.
These are not photos of my listings. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, okay? This is just for us. So Highland Homes, I'm a 2-time Highland homeowner. They upload beautiful photos to their communities for their model homes. I will go in there. So that one right there didn't have any photos yet, right? So look at all the photos they offer on here. Over 30 photos. They're not keyworded. They're not geotagged. They're gorgeous. They're stunning. They're model homes. Right click, save image. Right? Save image. Boom. Now, if you're struggling because you don't have a lot of photos, I gave away one of my biggest secrets. Okay. There are always photos out there that you can use. And because they're Highland Homes, I'm using Highland Homes as one of my keywords. Question?
That's awesome.
Okay. All right. I got a little ahead of myself. I told you I geek out. Reviews. Not only do your reviews matter, but the frequency that you're getting, that you're getting them, one, matters. 2, how are you responding to them? Reviews help improve your local ranking. They help you attract new clients because they're social proof. And then they give prospects the ability to see what others are saying about you and what you're saying back to those people who are reviewing you, right? So anytime you get a review, think of it as an opportunity for you to build on those keywords in your response. Thank you so much for the wonderful review and selecting me as your realtor to help you find a home in San Antonio, Texas. It was such a pleasure speaking with you. Anytime you think of real estate, I hope you think of me. I don't know, that's not really what I typed, but do you hear how many keywords I put in just that one response off the cuff? We have to remember, to me, Google is like the Matrix. It's constantly scanning for reasons to put you in front of someone who is conducting a local reviews with keywords. Products is an awesome opportunity for you to go in and advertise your listings, your open houses, your home buying, home selling services, and always, always, always link back to your website. Drive that traffic from your profile listing to your website. Again, remember, published posts, blogs, it's like a mini blog, right? You can repurpose your Canva images. And on photos, don't forget that if you grab your review and you put it on a Canva image, now you geotag and keyword that Canva image Now your review is a standalone image. And if people are looking at photos with more frequency, you have now double dipped on a review. You want to triple dip? Create a post. You know, thank you for the amazing review on my services. It was lovely, blah, 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 whatever. Now you've posted, you've used that one Canva image twice, but you've triple dipped on a single review. Okay. Posts, you can do posts about buyer seller tips, mortgage. You can do them home buying tips, so much. You can post about events. You can post about a listing, grab your URL for your YouTube video walkthrough, put that URL in the body of your post, or as a learn more, when you do the learn more button and put that link there. There's so many ways to capture more activity on posts and increase that SEO there. Your services list. This is not forward facing for people who aren't Google screen, but think of it again as that Google matrix where it's searching behind the scenes for reasons to put you in front of others. So whatever service you provide, list the service and write a brief description. Not sure of what to put there? Go look at someone who's been Google screen and see what pops up under their services. You guys, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Rip off and duplicate. I don't want to spend all my time trying to do this. But again, the services are there. Questions and answers. I've got like 8 minutes, so I'm trying to get through this quickly. Question and answers. It takes the average consumer three to four clicks to realize that you've asked yourself a question that you now responded to. Think of easy things. What's earnest money? Should I have a home inspection? The whole purpose behind building that question and answer section is, again, you want to be able to keyword and stay relevant within your local market. So if somebody's typing, hey, what is an earnest money deposit? Then your question section should pop up with your answer. And it also, ask the people, ask the public. Your answers will start showing up there as well. Eric, this is for you. On Google Maps, man, Google said for months and months and months, they were going away with the Google My Business app, and that you need to learn how to manage on Google Maps. So, well, Google My Business was going away. When you log into Google Maps, up here, there should be a photo or an icon for your business. Click on that first. Next, your business profiles. Click on that. Whoa, there's my business profile.
Oh my
So-
God. This is driving me, Eric, I'm with you. I'm like, where is it? Oh my God.
So now, once you're inside your profile, you'll see photos. Now you can upload a photo. You'll see updates. Updates is posts. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Oh my God.
There's where you can now do a post from your phone. The only issue I have with doing the post from the phone is it doesn't allow me to do a call now button, and I ain't having it. I want to be able to have that call now. Does that help you out, Eric? Y'all, my migraine is starting to subside, so my eye pain is gone. I'm feeling better.
You
Oh,
blew
thank
my
God.
mind.
You're welcome. All right. That was a lot of information, but I'm going to give you some action steps. Get to 100 geotagged photos as soon as possible. If you're uploading from your phone and you have location services enabled, you should have no issues with having a location on your photo. You just won't be able to put keywords. I like GeoLMgr because I can keyword and title my photo above and beyond tagging it to a location. Start posting up to 3 times a week. I spoke too soon. My eye pain is back.
Oh,
Create products that link back to your website. Reviews, 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 reviews. I can't answer the question that came up earlier. I do know that a lot of people are having issues with reviews right now. Sometimes Google hides those reviews if someone is giving you a review that just created a Google account or a Gmail account for the sole purpose of giving you a Google review. You want to start asking and answering questions. Put a system in place so that you are doing this. My system is I usually wake up early, and instead of watching the news in the bed and my 11-year-old who refuses to sleep in her own bed griping at me, I come in and I work on my profile first thing in the morning. If you struggle to maintain consistency, you can hire it out. This is a link here for Bulletproof Real Estate Agent. When I started, I wear a lot of hats in my business, lots and lots and lots. So even though I post on my own profile with frequency, I started using them in May. So they post for me a couple times a day as well. So, and they're big on keywording. So if you're looking to hire out, I recommend Bulletproof Real Estate Agents, and then get Google Screen. I haven't done it yet, but I hear that there's so much power in being Google Screen. One of these days I will. 3 more minutes. I want to show you some real quick insights, okay? You want people to find you through discovery. So your searches is different than views. So let's, I'm at like 50, it was 6,000 something last month. Discovery is where you want the bulk of your searches to come from. That means Google's purposely putting you in front of others, right? So out of the 4,400 plus searches, 4,100 came from people who found me on search. In a quarter, 11,600 on searches, 10,300 plus through discovery. It shows you, it breaks it down even further. How many of those was on search? How many were on maps? How many people went to my website in the last month from my profile listing? How many requested directions? How many called? Quarter. In 1 quarter, 153 people went from my profile to the to my website. And this shows you, oh, I'm all over the place right now. Number of calls, and then, okay, you guys remember what I said about photos, right? In a month. Do you see this number?
wow.
Okay. In a quarter. So in a quarter, I received more than 128% more views on photos than other businesses like me. This month alone, 352% more. Okay. Other performances, and I know I'm running out of time. I just
No,
don't
you're
want
good.
to.
You're fine.
Okay. All right. I just didn't want to leave y'all short.
No, you're fine.
Okay. So when we're looking here, so this is from May to October, right? How people discovered you, it breaks it down even further. How many of those Google searches were on desktop, on mobile, Google Maps, on mobile, on desktop? Search terms that brought me up into others, into people's searches. obviously realtor. I don't know where the digital real estate came from, but I love it. I love it. Real broker, Tami Price realtor. But you can really get down in the weeds and see Tami Price, real estate, San Antonio military real estate agents. But again, even the misspelling of realtor, realtor, real broker.
Or
But yeah, so that's the end of my geeking out. Like,
this
I don't
is
know if
so good. I know we had a few questions. I think you may have answered most of them. I did drop some in here. I know one of the questions I had when I saw your panel is I saw your social media icons, Tami.
Mhm.
I don't see that on my panel. So I was wondering how that got dropped in there.
from your website.
Pardon me?
They have to appear on your website.
Okay. All right. I'll have to play around with that and figure that one out then.
Yeah, because it pulls it from your website. Now, I don't know how you do schema data, but there's a way to get it on your page with schema data as well.
Okay. Who else had questions? This was so good. Somebody did ask about copyright violations with the builder photos.
They're not copywritten.
Yeah.
They're just photos. It's just like they put them on social media.
Yeah.
They're not copywritten.
Nicole had a question about, do you do Google service ads?
I do not.
Everything's organic that you get from Google.
Everything's organic that I get from Google.
That's a beautiful thing.
You
Tami,
know,
what kind of conversion rate do you have from the views and everything from Google?
so you want, so from the views to Google, I will say that since, okay, what month are we in?
October.
I've closed more than 3 million in business from Google. Organic searches, right? I had someone yesterday drop in from Google to set up a listing appointment.
Wow.
Awesome. Looks like Peggy has a question. Peggy, what do you got?
So do you find there's a magic number in how many photos you will post in one day? Because I hear like sometimes Google doesn't want you to batch things too much that it may seem like a bot's doing it. Have you found a magic number of photos that you have success with getting them posted without a problem?
I've never had an issue with posting photos. And I think it really comes down to, hold on, let me, I think it really comes down to how many photos do you have on there right now, right? Knowing that you can get, great views with photos, and consistency. If someone asked me the other day, well, what if I just post 2 or 3 photos of a listing a day? I said, that's great, but I have issues. I want to tell a whole story about a home in one upload, right? So posting a couple of pictures of a kitchen, and then tomorrow, I like to do at least 20. And I've done anywhere from anywhere up to 100 in one sitting. I've never had an issue with Google, but you got to remember, I've been doing this for over a year. So as far as feeding it daily, so I don't think Google thinks I'm a bot.
So how many photos do you have in total? Sure.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Hi, Peggy.
This is great. I love it. Thank you for the share today. I'm learning a few nuggets. Definitely I'm going to implement.
Do you see it?
Almost 3,500. Holy Hannah.
Right. So that's how many photos I have. What is this thing doing? It doesn't like me. Any other questions? Like, I know I didn't get into the chat, but Michele, you were watching that,
Yeah,
right?
I think we got most of the questions. Nicole's asking, how much do you time block for this?
Me?
I
So
also did drop your link into Bulletproof Real Estate Agent, and I did set up a meeting with them for tomorrow personally.
they're great. It's the part of this that's kind of set it and forget it for me, because you know, sometimes we just don't have time for all the things. Not only am I a realtor, I'm a single mom. I am doing a lot with new agent training and other trainings. And so I hired an assistant who starts on the 24th. So yay.
Can I also mention that you don't want to mess around too much with your profile, so that, because agents that are making moves, and I ran into this moving from Remax over to Real, I really had to just start over, because I had screwed around with my Google My Business account so many times, not even understanding what I was doing. I just did a fresh start, to your point, and I got the postcard and all that. And I set it and forget it. So I don't mess around with like a lot of the details in it now, because I don't want to get like shut down or have a problem. Can you talk to that just a little bit?
I'm sorry.
Just like once you have everything set up, just not messing around with too many changes on your Google My Business profile.
Yeah, so you don't want to, the things you don't want to change: address and phone number. Those are the two things that you don't want to change with too much frequency. A lot of people are having their accounts suspended right now. Do not use a post office, a PO box. They will suspend your account in a heartbeat. And because Google is dealing with so many suspended accounts right now, there is a backlog of appeals that they are working their way through. I have been blessed that even though I had 3 office changes since May, they never once suspended my account. More so, I think, because I have a little bit more longevity with having a profile. So those are the 2 main things that I say, you know, try not to mess around with too much frequency, because I see them as being the reasons a lot of people's accounts are suspended right now. How do I keep the cover photo as my first picture? There is somewhere in there, and it was a while for me. It's been a bit back. Let me go here. I'm just now looking at the chat. So you see how on the inside here, I don't remember who asked that question. It allows you to pick a cover photo, and it allows you to pick a logo. So if I ever want to just change the cover, I would click here. If I want to update the logo, which I did here recently, I would update my logo there. Time blocking. Again, I'm just, you know, I get up way too early sometimes. So that's my time blocking. I get up, I know what I want to do. I spend about 10 to 20 minutes to do photos and potentially a post in the morning.
I just added, and then we will let you kindly go, because I so appreciate everything. And what about third-party scheduling? So using, say, Hootsuite to schedule posts on Google My Business. Any thoughts on that?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't even know if it's possible. I imagine it is.
Yeah.
But I've not used Hootsuite. Not at all.
Okay. Any other questions for Tami?
I can't thank you enough for everything you
Oh
dropped
my
on us
God,
today. This was awesome.
Gold.
Tammy,
And I thought I was
Oh,
okay with
Aimee
my
has a
Google page.
question. Aimee has a question.
I have a quick question. I don't know if you can answer this, but email. So when I started Google Business, I had one email and then switched it over to another. My login is that email. The new email is present on the Google Business. Does that matter? Like, does it pick up in the back end, the old email?
So I
Because
think
everything is run through my new email now. Does that make sense?
no, it makes a little bit of sense. So your Google account should be, you see how my Google account is tied to one email address.
Yep.
So you're saying you put in a new email address?
My Google account
Yeah.
is connected to an old email account that I've consistently been using, but because I didn't want to start a new account because I had already built that up,
Right.
I just use that old email. But the new email, I think it should be showing up, but I'm only thinking outside the box and the algorithms and the back end, if that all needs to be consistently the same.
So I don't
No
have
idea.
an email. Yeah, I don't have an email address on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I just use now it sends me anytime Google sends me something, it sends it to the Gmail account that my Google account is tied to.
Okay.
Right. So I think that, I mean, that's about as much as I can tell you on emails.
That's okay. Yeah.
Do you, if you do photos on your phone, you need to have location services on it?
You want to have location services enabled so that when you are on your phone, it's putting in the address. But I'll tell you a little secret. Go, like if you have an iPhone, go to your latest picture.
Okay.
Swipe up. Do you see where it says add location?
Oh, okay, yeah. I
You're
think
welcome.
it has, oh my God. So it's there already.
So if you have location services enabled, the location will be on that photo already.
Yes.
But if you don't have location services enabled, now you're going to click on add location. And now you can add a location
Oh, that's so
to
cool.
your photo.
Oh, I love it. All right, there you go. With that, thank you, Tami. You are a true gem. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for your service, everything. We so appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And we will definitely have you back after the first of the year. I'm sure we'll have more questions. And we've already told Knifey, I'm like, so you're going to handle the challenge for us, right?
I'm ready. I am so ready.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
All right.
remember, we do this every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I will say that we will be out of town next week, most of us, so we will not be doing a live next week, but we'll be back at it the following week of what's the date of the 24th. So thank you again, Tami. Thanks everybody
You're
for
welcome.
joining us. And if you're watching this on the replay, feel free to drop any questions on the Facebook page, or if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to ask any questions there and we'll try and get them answered for you. And if you need any real estate in San Antonio, reach out.
Definitely give Tami a call.
Thank
All right.
you.
Y'all have a great
Thank
day.
you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
good one,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Thank you so much.